Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is going to be a quick reaction video to one of the Speakers Corner event or discussion that I witnessed today, Sheikh Mohammed, and it was with the Nation of Islam. And as we all know, Nation of Islam is just using the label or the name of Islam to validate or justify their evil ideology, which has anything remotely to do with Islam. The Islamic scholarship do not consider them to be Muslims at all with their belief that they have, but they just call themselves with this label. Anyway, it's not a discussion or a reaction about what makes them disbelievers in Islam. What I want to highlight is a discussion that I witnessed, quite interesting. I found it quite interesting how Sheikh Mohammed, he confronted them with one very simple, powerful argument in which they could not answer. They were unable to answer because they realized that it totally invalidates their belief in the Quran disregarding the Sunnah, or their disbelief or rejection of the Sunnah or the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So let's just quickly share this video and we'll highlight where exactly they are going wrong.
And they eventually agreed that this was the authentic revelation as given by Prophet Muhammad.
Okay, how did it reach from the companion to us?
How did it reach from the companions to us? It's written in a book.
How did you get this book? Can you open the book, please?
I don't understand your question.
Okay, can you open the book, please? No, you can't.
No, what's your point?
Is it?
I'm about to move on to
Is it written in Arabic? The one that you have?
Yes, sir. We have both.
I'll give you another.
Okay. All right. Okay. My point is, when the Quran was transmitted from the companions to us through people, which means it was through people who narrated the Quran verbally and as well written from the companion all the way to us. They are the very same people who transmitted the hadith from the Prophet, peace be upon him, to us. Were you there when the Quran was there? Were you there when the Quran was there? Were you there when the Quran was there? Were you there?
Were you there?
Were you there? I'm asking you. Ask the same question. I'm asking you. Were you there when the same people who transmitted the Quran to us? They are the very same people who transmitted the hadith. The very same people. Yes. Now, if you no, not my opinion. That's not my opinion.
Right. So what we have just seen here is an interesting thing to note, especially, how when people lose the argument, how they start behaving. As you realized, Sheikh Mohammed asked them a very simple yet powerful question. How did they receive the Quran transmitted to them from the Prophet ﷺ to them? Obviously, it was through the companions of Rasulullah ﷺ. Through them, through their transmission over generations and the generations that followed after them, Quran has been reached to us. So that was the process of transmission by people. Sheikh Mohammed's point is simple. It is the same companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that also transmitted the hadith from the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So why do they reject it? What was the response provided by the Nation of Islam people? He simply said, "Were you there?" As if like this process didn't happen historically. When Sheikh Mohammed asked them in return, were they there when the Quran was revealed or transmitted? You have noticed their reaction. He was smiling, and you can clearly see that was it. It was a mic drop moment when he realized, his argument is all over. That's it. There's nothing, no leg to stand upon, because he wasn't there even for the Quran. So why is he even asking, was Sheikh Mohammed there for the hadith? So I thought I will just share this, quite interesting, especially when the Nation of Islam, as you look at all the bodyguards all around, the way they speak, this is a spectacle on itself. But the argument, as you can see, is very weak and unjustified why they would reject the Sunnah of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And as you know, the Nation of Islam has concocted a religion using parts of the Quran and parts of Islamic ideology and so on. And they rejected the others. What we would appreciate is if they come to Islam wholeheartedly. May Allah guide them so that they can embrace the Quran and the Sunnah of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam wholeheartedly. Then and only then we can consider them to be Muslims. Otherwise, you're just only taking a label, and you have no right to label yourself as Muslims or your religion to be Islam, because it's far from it what you're believing and practicing and professing. So that's it for now. Until another time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.